Good morning, buoys and gulls. Do you see what I did there? We're at the beach. There's the pack mule getting all of our stuff out of the truck. It's a pretty nice day, but it's a little cloudy. We might have one of those overcast days where you get burnt, but you don't realize it until later tonight. We're at Folly Beach right now. Here's a tip for you. If you come to Folly Beach, go down West Ashley. It's like the street kind of parallel to the ocean. And they have all of these little gravel lots that you can park in. We are at zone 8569. We like this one because it has these parallel spots on the side and they're kind of easy to get out of whenever we leave. And they also have these kind of diagonal spots, but it's just much easier to park here and then just drive forward to get out of here. Anyways, so here's the beach rules if you were curious. No walking on dunes, obviously. No littering, obviously. No alcohol, which is sometimes surprising to people here. Pets have to be on a leash. And then there's hours. If you bring a dog, you have to come between certain hours, or they have to be leashed between certain hours. So there you go. But they even have a little thing here for your little doggy doo-doos. And here we are. It's a beautiful day. Do you need help? Yeah?
Yay, that's it, Mama.
He's way up there, isn't he? We may be the only ones here today. I don't see anybody. Well, there's a couple, maybe a couple families down that direction. Nobody's here but us. We have this whole section to ourselves. Yeah. Tide looks low right now. It's a little chilly. Daddy's gonna set up our tent. This is probably one of the better investments that we've made. After we moved to the beach, we got one of these little domes. And you just open it, like take it out of the bag, open it up, and then push down on this little thing on top, and there it is. But hang on to it. You got some seashells? Let me see. Look at that. So then we just kind of face it the way we want and stake it down. It's nice though because we can put like our cooler in there, our shoes, our swimsuit cover-ups and all that kind of stuff. We usually bring like a little wireless radio too and we'll stick it in there. You get a little bit of shade from it. It's nice because it has these mesh sides right here, so the air can still blow through it. Oh, we got seashells from last time we were here. Check that out. There's a lot of shells out here. They're all broken, but like with the low tide, there's just shells upon shells upon shells. We're gonna have to find some good ones today, huh? Yeah. Shout out to my friend Megan who got us these little personalized monogram cup holders. You just cram them into the sand like that. Boom. And there's mine. Perfect for your coffee.
All right, let's go.
All right, Story and Dada are gonna go throw some shells in the water. She loves throwing rocks in water, pine cones in water, anything she can find, she throws it in the water. Look at how cute! She's just getting way too big. She loves the beach though, I'll tell you that. She absolutely loves the water and I'm so glad because we do too. Before she was born, we used to come here and just stake out all day long. We'd bring our food, our snacks, our drinks, turn the radio on, and we would just relax. It was the best. It still is. I'm just glad Story loves it. If she hated it, that would be terrible. Look at her go. She definitely has no fear, that's for sure. I'm really hoping the sun comes out a little bit more than it is. It's great though with nobody here. Sandcastle time! Fun fact, this bucket right here was from our strawberries from the farmer's market. Okay, so the water's cold. Not ice cold, but it's cold. Probably won't go in past my knees. I think it needs to be like 20 degrees warmer before, I'd personally feel comfortable getting in. These waves are pretty intense today. So, it's low tide right now, and that's why all these shells are all over the place. But we like to draw a line in the sand. I don't know if you can see where Tim just drew a line over here. I don't know if that shows up, but we draw a line, and then as the water approaches, we know how much time we have to pick up all of our stuff and move back. I already showed you the tent that we always bring, or this dome, whatever you want to call this. We bring this pretty much every time we come, unless we know it's only going to be like a half hour to an hour visit, then we don't really need it. But if we're going to be here longer than an hour, we usually bring it just because that's a long time for Story to be out in the sun. So we bring that. We also like to bring this wagon. This will be especially helpful for me whenever Tim's not here, because you can kind of load it up and just drag it out here. Put all the chairs in there, put your towels in there, put your beach toys, your sand toys, put Story in there. It just makes things a lot easier just to roll. And one thing I will say about our beaches is I love that it's the packed sand. Like, it's not as pretty as the fluffy white sand that you see like on the Gulf Coast, but it's so much easier to walk on. It's so much easier. People ride their bikes on here. But anyways, so the wagon's great. We also bring 2 sets of towels per individual. So Tim will bring 2, I'll bring 2, Story will bring 2, and then we leave 1 in the truck to sit on, and then we keep 1 out here just to kind of wrap up in. We bring a cooler with some kind of snack or lunch or whatever we want to bring to eat at the beach, and then we also put Story's lunch in there because we like to come in the morning, and then what we'll do is leave about 12 or 12:30, so right around lunchtime. And we'll use that to kind of like persuade her to get in the truck and go home, because otherwise she just does not want to leave. But she'll eat her lunch in the truck, and then I'll kind of keep her occupied on the drive home, and then when we get there, she'll just take her nap, she'll fall asleep, she'll just be out. And that's worked really well for us. We also make sure, obviously, that we bring a lot of water. We bring Story's Yeti full of ice so it doesn't melt. They're waving at me. We bring an extra cover up or dress for her to put on, so after we get out of the water, we'll dry her off, put her in a fresh diaper, and then put her in a clean, dry dress. That way, whenever we get home, she can just go straight to bed. It just makes things more efficient and quicker. We also have, if you can see it laying down over here, I think they call them puddle jumpers. We bring it, but we don't necessarily use it as long as there's 2 of us here watching her and somebody right next to her at all times. We like to be safe at the beach, obviously. I don't think that those are the safest things that you can use. You're supposed to use like a Coast Guard certified life jacket and all that. We know that. But we use this because it's what we have right now. And we are pretty good at keeping a close eye on her. That's pretty much it. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you pile it all in a wagon and roll it out here, it's a lot. It's not like it used to be. It used to just be Tim and I, and we'd get our beach chair or our beach towel. Sometimes we didn't even bring a chair. We'd get our towel and just come out here with our cooler, and that was it. Having a child will change things for the better. What'd you find? What is that? A fish? You can see that little thing right there. Something washed up. Okay. This is definitely a jellyfish, right? Like, with his tentacles gone. Is it still alive? I'll be honest. I've never seen one of these up close like this before. It looks like something took a big bite out of its butt and then just let it go. I don't really know what this is or what's happening. Here's something interesting. So I mentioned we're at Folly Beach. This here is the pier, and they're currently renovating it, and it's supposed to be open. I'll have to double check that. They've been renovating it for a while now, and if you can see right there's a little piece of the pier missing. They just recently opened up the apron, so the gift shop in this little area right here. You can go over there. I'm pretty sure they have bathrooms and showers and stuff and a few other things. I'm not sure about the restaurant, if that's open yet. Okay, so here's the scoop on the Folly Beach Pier. It's set to reopen in the spring of 2023, so we have some time. However, as of May 13th, 2021, the observation deck and the gift shop have reopened. So you can go there, you just can't walk across, the whole pier. The last one was built in 1995, so it just reached the end of its useful life, and they just have to rebuild it now. I mean, it makes sense why it would take a long time. So let's see, we're at 2021 now. Tim will come home in 2022, so the year after that, we can go back out there again. Dang, that's a long time. I was just looking up some information on the pier, and I kind of read a little bit about the history, and I thought it was kind of interesting. So the original pier was 120 feet wide and 97 feet long, and it was popular for the sheltered dance floor that's the size of a basketball court. A lot of bands played there, Jerry Lee Lewis, the Drifters, the Coasters, and then they had a fire at the Oceanfront Hotel, and so they had to close the pier and the pavilion. And then they reopened in 1960 as the Ocean Plaza, and they featured a boardwalk, amusement rides, and a roller skating rink. It's pretty cool. And then there was another fire on the pier in 1977, so they sold the remains, and then they reopened it as the Holiday Inn Hotel, which is now the Tides at Folly Beach, and that was in 1985. So in 1995, the cost to rebuild this pier was $3.4 million. So I wonder what it costs this time. Here comes that sunshine. I knew you were up there somewhere. What do I always say? Never trust the weather in the south. If you don't like it, just wait 5 minutes. Okay, well, you can't see it anymore, but that's where our line was that we drew, and the water has reached it. So we may be moving this back. Let's see, what time is it? It is 11:30. So, yeah, I think we're gonna be moving our stuff back. Oh, look at the daddy-daughter moment. Whee! Whee! Tim's arms are gonna be sore after that. What do you got for lunch there?
This.
Cheese roll up? What's on it? Cheese, turkey. Is there any dips in there, Mama?
Maybe mayo.
Mayo? Looks pretty good. Can Daddy have a bite? No? You want to share with Dada? Okay.
Here's a look at the first sandcastle that we made. It's about to get washed away. Oh no. Ah! But we have to leave anyways. It's about 12:30 here, so it's time for Story to go take a nap. We're gonna get back in the truck, and then I'm gonna give her lunch for the ride home. It turned out to be an amazing day though. The sun came out. It's just